Sometimes we have to void invoices because of mistakes, or we use the wrong billing rate table, or things like that. So now there is a quicker way in RB8. Once we void an invoice, a quick way to rebill. Let's see how we can do that. Now, even though voiding an invoice is a accounts receivable function, and we have a movie that shows in detail how to do that, but as a billing person, you might have to know this too. So let's go quickly, go look at that. So you will go into receivables, transactions, and other transactions, and simply right-click New, and then pick a function called Void Invoice. And let's say we have an invoice that number 6603 that we are sent to Stephen Pettit's office. Then it's wrong because we used a higher copy rate. We're supposed to bill him at a lower rate. So the first thing we'll do is pull up an invoice and simply go, and maybe you'll just write a description there, something like that, and then go ahead and save and close. Now, as soon as you void invoice, and then you need to go ahead and post it. So to make this void final, just simply check the box and right click, and you simply say post. Are you sure? Yes. Now, so we just avoided an invoice and it's got finalized or posted. Now, let's see how we can rebill this particular invoice quickly. Now, to rebill an invoice after you void it, you always have to go back to the original job number. So always go to turn in first. That's where all our billing begins. And pull up the original job number, 11655, enter. Now the job is already billed, so we'll go into the view mode. Now in the quadrant number 2, you will notice that invoice we just voided, 6603, is now appears in red color, and if you scroll to the right a little bit, you will see that there is a void date. So that's how you'll know from quadrant 2 those voided invoices will be in red. Now all you have to do to rebuild this particular client, simply highlight the invoice you voided, and as you highlight it, that copy button will become active. So simply copy that, use the click the copy, and it'll simply generate issue on another invoice and copy all the previous data. So if you look at the quadrant number 3 now, that the 6605 is our new invoice, and it has exactly the same service items as it did before. Now, what was wrong was that I used the wrong copy rate. So you'll simply go view into that service item, and now you will override the copy rate to be $2.15 because that's the preferred copy rate you have an agreement with this client. Or you might be discounting the rate because you made a mistake or something. So whatever the reason is, now we are charging the client only $2.15 per page rather than $2.50. And save and close, and simply I calculate from this point on. So that's how you can quickly rebill an invoice that has been voided by copying the invoice that is marked in red.